It's pretty toasty out here. Drink some water. But we're in July, and I got some cool things. I don't know if you can probably see them just right there. I picked up two cabinets for $10 on Facebook Marketplace. What's the marketplace? Facebook Marketplace. I was planning on building and constructing the fog tower, and last night I was kind of going through my mind, thinking in my head of what I was thinking, and then what popped in my head was one of the many things I really did not own, but I'm always around, and I'm like, wait, there's something that's already made, built, all together, that has shelving inside of it, and that is a storage cabinet. So I was like, oh shoot, why don't I just buy a storage cabinet? It already has, the walls I need, a nice little access door for me to access everything, and then it already has the pre-made shelves already put in that I can adjust and move around. Of course, if I was going to buy a brand new spanking cabinet, it's going to be a pretty penny, between $150 to $200. So, went on some good old Facebook Marketplace, and guess what? I found, okay, so this is like third time's the charm. My first one, I was like, I really loved it. It seemed perfect, exactly how I would want it, and didn't get a response. I replied for like a good solid couple days, and still I got nothing back. I'm just like, does this person not want to make money off of me? And then the second one, I got communications. I was like, sweet, cool, this is another person selling a cabinet. And I was like, sweet, cool, I have the money. I'll go by, pick it up either this day or that day. And it was like, okay, cool, all right, give me the address, I'll be there. Meetup place. I was at the meetup place, and I was there for probably about 20 minutes with no other response, and I'm kind of like, leaving messages like, come on, man. I'm like, I'm trying to buy this cabinet. So I was like, damn, this sucks. So I was really just like, do I go to Goodwill's? Do I try to attempt just to build this thing? And I'm just like, kind of stuck. And then I saw another Facebook Marketplace, another two. I'm like, I don't need two, but with the price, $10. The other ones were going for like $20, and they're just selling for $1. And I was like, you know what? And those are perfect too. I just, of course, have to do some repainting. But basically, it was like, all right, hopefully third time's the charm. And it was. I reached out to her, and I was like, hey, I have the money. I could pick him up today after basically I get out of work. And then I got a quick response saying that all yours. I'm like, sweet, cool, with the address. And it was one of the easy ones where she just dropped me a Venmo, so I can go ahead and send her money quick. And she gave me a description with a picture of where they're going to be setting out for me. So I just drove over there, did the Venmo, and put them right back. So that's where you kind of see them, like right over here. So I got some cabinet stuff. So I'm like, sweet. So those are gonna be the main, what's the word I'm trying to think of? The main construction, the main building, the main foundation of the fog tower, which I'm really happy for, because it has everything I need perfectly to where I can. And then I thought the idea, it'll probably make more sense once I write it down. But they're one of those type of cabinets where it's like long ways, and it has a cold door. So with the door open, I'm gonna have the fog machine on the bottom. I'm not gonna run my upshot as much as I really. I'll probably bring the upshot just for the fun of it for the event. I really wanted it, but that's gonna be maybe a next year project. I'll probably implement that somehow. Because I was talking and communicating with Scott from Fright Props. If you're familiar with Fright Props sells a lot of cool stuff, decorations, props, control boards and everything like that you could think of, to basically start and run your own little haunted house stuff. So I was talking to Scott. Scott is the main tech guy, the main lead tech guy. If you have any questions on how to build, put anything together, get suggestions on some of your build projects, he's the guy to go to. He was recommending some stuff, and I was kind of like, oof, not quite within my event budget price. So that's going to be a thing where I was like, bummer. I'll probably still bring it so I can trigger it every now and then. So, but I'm going to go back with my original fog machine that I already have all set, pre-wired, all set to work with the Peekaboo already, like we saw in the past videos when I was testing out stuff. So, fog machine's going to be on the lower level, the lower shelf, where I'm going to cut a hole so the fog will actually blast outwards into the crowd. So now I'll have another shelf. That's where my timer will be displayed outside. And of course, on the shelf, that's where all my Peekaboo controller and all the wiring is going to be. And there, straight above, right on top of the cabinet, will be the button and the emergency cage, the lock box for the button. So, button, timer, fogger on the bottom, control boards, everything inside. So everything's all pretty much all set now. I just want to go ahead and probably get everything kind of roughly installed and then get all my measurements so I can do all my cuts. And then once I get all my cuts done, then that's when I'll go ahead and paint. And now that's where I'm kind of at the point where I chat with one of the associates on some ideas. We got some good ideas just because it's a material I didn't quite know how to work with. But we got a good rundown. Now it's having fun trying to think of some paint. So I think I'll probably spend some time at the color wall. If you ever got to any hardware store in the paint section, you probably know what I mean by the color wall. There's a couple of color ideas I'm thinking about going with, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Plus, I also want to probably draw it out to see how I maybe would want to design it a little bit. We'll see how everything kind of goes. But yeah, that's basically about to be the project for this month. I got the cabinet. I'm gonna roughly set up everything to how I like it, make my cuts, do all that, and then start the painting process. And once all the paint's done, then I can assemble everything. So basically that project's all knocked out and ready to go for October. Then we have our fog tower, yay! And then there's still a couple other things to do. So much to do, so little time. But we got cabinets. All right, got myself situated with a little bit of a workbench here. My car powered out there. But if you remember these two cabinets, got these for like 10 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean them up, get things some time back up again. First thing I noticed right away is that this foggy frog machines I got from Lowe's is a little bit too big. So I might think go for their smaller one, and hopefully that one kind of fits in. That one's gonna run me about 50-ish bucks or so. And the best part, that's one of my next things I'll order for this. But for now, since I can't test them out in this area, I've been using this wire in this slab. So this is gonna pretend to be a fog machine. So I determined this cabinet was gonna be the one I'm gonna be using. So like how this door opens this way. So I'll have access to everything. So this will be the front facing the customers, the back, everything else. So I'm gonna tighten some things down. My screwdriver, I brought the timer out because I noticed the fog machine didn't quite fit in there. So the next thing is seeing how this thing will line up, and it doesn't look like it's going to. Fun stuff. So it might have to be some type of modifications to make sure this thing fits, but also allows me to open the door, unless I do this one. Got some ideas in my head. We'll see how everything goes. All right. Let's Let's get a video just to show you how the 100-watt fog machine is not quite fitting this cabinet. Just because you can see the back. Wire touching, I still need to plug in something back here, and that's not going to work out. Unless I'm going to cut out something here, which I don't want to do. I was just hoping just to cut out a hole. And then of course you saw in the past video the timer. So if I switch with this one, this cabinet, I should allow me to be able to add some type of wood here. Be able to mount it inside through here. So my timer can still be displayed here. Be mounted, and this will still, I will also have access to open this up. But I'm gonna get another fog machine, and then I gotta do this. So looks like I have to try to take some hardware off and get to ordering some new stuff. Really looking at my shelving, this stuff's really some thick stuff. So I'll definitely be able to screw some stuff into here to mount like my peekaboo stuff. But let's get a rough mock-up and get some measurements. See what we're working with. All right, this month has been tons of crazy, but I figured out some issues. I have some ideas with the fog tower timer button thingy. I have some ideas with it. I actually have a cool announcement. We have a back to school event coming up August 16th, where I'll actually be running my Can Smash and my escape room there. So my goal is to, it's not going to be 100%, but at least 75%. I'm going to see what I can do to get it all rigged up, because I know that's going to be something that's going to be fun to cool test out and get going. So not much for this video because there's some issues and stuff like that, but it's all part of life, what it is. But hopefully we can get a good setup going on and a good video for you going on for August 2 as well. And again, I try to post videos at the end of every month. That's a personal goal and stuff like that. But sometimes I don't hit that marker. But always stay tuned to my social media page when I roughly give you an estimate of when I should be uploading that video. But thank you all for watching. And of course, stay tuned for this next month's journey. As we get closer and closer to October 2, that's going to be a big one.